Do you want access to off-market listings? Sarah knows how to find them. You're definitely going to want to watch this one. Every buyer today, all they talk about is getting into homes quickly, finding homes that aren't on the market, off-market opportunities. And it's great in theory to discuss. Sarah on our team, amazing team member, she's doing this for her clients right now and was able to get access to properties that aren't on the MLS. So do you want to explain how this went down so people know what to look for in an agent?
Sure. So, in this fast-paced market, it is, if you are very specific about, maybe school district or square footage, or there's a lot of things there that you need in order to check the boxes. As these different properties come up, either they may be gone right away or you're not seeing anything that fits your criteria. That can be a frustrating process for clients, for buyers. As you're looking, you feel like nothing's out there. So a great way to kind of expand that search without having to give up your location or some of those other factors would be to look at old and expired listings. So these are properties that had previously been on the market and then for a variety of different reasons didn't end up going through to a settlement. So what I was able to do was take the criteria for my buyers, search through, and kind of filter down to find a few that actually, hit all of those check boxes, and then reach out to those people directly and just find out what happened. In some cases, they maybe changed their minds, decided that they didn't want to. In other cases, they had been under contract and stuff just kind of fell apart. Now it's been a year and a half. They've built even more appreciation in that home, and it has the potential to be a win-win for both sides. You're able to get your buyer in there, something that isn't already, going on top of each other with people running in the door, and also give the seller the option to have somebody come in. Now, in a situation like this, you have to give them a good deal. You have to, the seller isn't just
what's a good deal? I think it's maybe not a deal, but a great offer.
A great offer, yes. So you need to look at, there's a couple different factors here. One of the things is what made the deal fall apart before? Is there something that you can overcome there to alleviate the seller from feeling like I'm going to go through all this hassle and this is just going to happen again? So you need to really look at the terms. You need to look at what happened in the past. And you also need to do your job, as the agent, you need to really look at the comps and see what market value for that would be. Bring that back to the seller, show them where the value is, and that actually in this particular case, it worked out very well for them that they didn't go through with this previous transaction a year and a half ago, because now the home is appreciated. 16% from where it was this time before, and we're able to go in and do put together an offer that would alleviate the concerns for where things went wrong before.
Sure, and I think that the critical part of this here, and you unpacked a lot there, if you're a consumer, you got to find an agent who's willing to do this, number one, because a lot of agents don't want to put in the work. And then when you think about expired or off-market listings, sometimes the fear is these people are going to be uncooperative. There's a reason they're not selling. I look at it a lot differently, and you've heard this from me before. These people signed a listing contract, so they wanted to sell. They let people come through their home, which is very difficult to do. It's not easy selling a home. So you let people come through your home. You maybe had an open house. There was a sign in the yard, so you took all the steps ready to sell, and then something didn't go right. Whether it was bad advice or there was an issue with the house. There's a lot of reasons, like you said. So now the market's appreciated. The most aggressive agents are doing this and bringing these homes to their client, and all of a sudden, now your buyer's got other options that maybe they didn't have a week or two ago.
Right. And I think that this can also work well for buyers who, it is tough. If you go out, you see a home that you really like, and you want a night or two to sleep on it. Well, that opportunity may be gone. So this is a good way to kind of get someone into a home or excited about a home without all of the other competition there quite yet. Now, there is a risk of going out, getting the seller, you're providing them the information for what all is going on now and what the opportunities are for them. They may want to take it to market. So you do have to, provide all of the information and give them a an offer that is appealing to where they would want to skip those other steps and just have a smooth, good transaction that most importantly gets to the settlement table.
Yeah, and some sellers may not want that. Some sellers, you have to compel them not to put their home on the market. That's really what we're talking about here. The other thing she's not mentioning, which I really like about this, is some people say, well, how do I know what the property's going to look like, Sarah? A lot of times there's photos and video in the MLS from these properties, so you can send them to them as a buyer, and that's what Sarah did, and they can vet through and tell you, hey, I like these two, I hate the rest, and then it makes it a little easier for someone like Sarah to reach out to the seller and see if there's an opportunity to get an off-market sale.
Right.
So if you want an agent like that, this is the question you have to ask. Are you prospecting off-market properties? Are you willing to do that? And if you're not, it might be time to find an agent who is, because we're in a very competitive market. You're definitely going to want to watch this one.